So I want to tell you guys how CPNs work, how to use it. So CPNs, they're the same as SSN numbers. It's just, another generated number you guys can use to apply for credit. Basically when you're born, the government assign you a social, right? Technically, it's almost a CPN in a way, but honestly, almost every number counts as a CPN. So regardless, if it's a CPN or not, it still works as a social, right? The only difference between a CPN and a social is the CPN. Basically, it's not aged enough, right? An SSN, you have it since birth. A CPN, you made it. The only time it's aged is if you guys add history to the CPN, okay? So if you guys want to get approved for high limit loans, high limit credit cards, you guys would definitely need to build it enough to get approved. So let's say you guys want to generate a number. You guys go to ssnchat.org. You're going to type in some random numbers that matches your state or a state. And then it should pop up as invalid. So if it says valid, it's already issued, right? So you want it to say invalid. So you have your number right here, right? You're going to try merge by applying for a credit card, right? You apply. Now, when it comes to CPNs, you will need a new phone. You will need a number, email, address. Yes, you need a PO box. Once you guys have all that information, you apply for a credit card. Applying for a credit card gets you in the credit system, okay? You're in the entire system. Then, to verify your identity, you would need to be, basically visible online. So that means having, accounts through all these companies, right? Or you can list yourself on white pages. Just make yourself visible. Even, creating a social media account helps. You guys can make a Facebook account. You guys could make an Instagram with your name or TikTok. You need to prove that you exist, basically, right? But yes. So once you got to do all that, apply for these accounts. You guys will make the Credit Karma. Okay, once you're in the Credit Karma, it can be any credit monitoring software, it don't matter what it is, Experian, Credit Sesame. You guys need to get a score to get approved for these type of loans, 50K, American Express credit cards, get approved for any of these loans, your 100K loans, whatever, right? So you need to definitely add trade lines on your credit. You can add something like this from Trade Line Russ, right? Add these trade lines, give a score, boost. So the whole process of CPNs, it could take up to a month before you guys can apply for credit, The fastest I've seen is probably a week. If you guys want, like, a CPN ASAP, you're going to have to buy one, right? So if you guys buy one, you guys can apply within the same day after delivery. So there's two types of CPNs. One that's under a randomly generated name, right? Unused CPN. Or you guys can use your name and address. But the only drawback is it takes some time. So you guys can get a company to make it for you. You can make it your own. Or just buy a generated one and apply for credit cards and loans, because most of them will have documentation, okay? Like, for example, CPNpackage.com, they have documents, right? ID scans. So they can provide you with a made-up person, or you can use your own name. But if you use your own name, you can use your own IDs, you can use your own address, Pretty much, it really matter, but If you guys use the CPN, you guys just buy it, a ready-made CPN, use that and apply for credit cards. The credit cards just take, 5 to 7 days. The loans take 24 hours. You guys will see the funds. But you guys will definitely need to apply for a bank account before you get the loan, obviously, right? But if the CPN under your name, you guys can use a Cash App account. You guys can use a Chime account. Any bank road to deposit these loans. So that'll be pretty much the gist of how CPNs work, how to use it. You basically use it like it's your own social, right? You can apply for a car, apply for a apartment, credit cards, loans, right? Because we need food and shelter. We need a car to drive around. We need credit cards to pay the bills. We need a loan, to either start a business, pay the bills, Basically, a CPN can change your life, can help you financially. All right. So that'll be it. Please check out the sites in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.